Spoken about a media blackout in Victoria, an overzealous attempt to block live aerial news coverage. Well, in America, the Federal Aviation Administration did the same thing, banning Fox News from flying a drone to document the thousands of immigrants camping at the US border. The 2-week temporary suspension coincidentally came shortly after Fox aired evidence of the human tragedy occurring at the border, which would have been critically damaging to the Biden administration. Just like in Australia, the authorities had to eventually back down, and soon Fox News was able to accurately report on the border crisis once more. Caleb, what on earth is wrong with these authoritarian administrations attempting to stop reporters from telling a story?
Well, it's governments just wanting to hide what is going on in their countries because they know that what the people will see won't be good and people will criticise them for it. And to try and use the law to silence the media or to hide facts from the people is really concerning. It's the same as here in Victoria. If governments are willing to do that for their own benefit, what else might they be willing to do to keep people in the dark? It's really Orwellian stuff.
And Sophie, what do you make more broadly of how the media has covered the border crisis? I know Fox News has been there for several months, but you don't see much of it on CNN. You don't see many write-ups on the New York Times. Every now and again, you'll see a little one. But this is shaping up to be one of the biggest humanitarian crises the administration's facing, and it's very much a sidebar.
Well, Jack, imagine if this was happening under former President Donald Trump's watch. This is censorship at its finest. It's very concerning that this is happening around the world. And like what we saw in Victoria with the censorship, with aerial footage, same thing happening here. It's not on. And it certainly doesn't paint poor, sleepy President Joe Biden in a very good light. And there's no doubt that the media over there are very sympathetic. They're on his side. They love Joe. They'll do anything to pump up his tyres. They're effectively a large cohort of the media, are an arm of his PR. And so they want to make him look good. And this does not make him look good. So the best way that they can do that is try and censor information and hide from the fact of what is actually happening at the border. And this is a crisis that people need to be made aware of.